Need mo ba ng solid gaming phone for under 10,000 pesos? Well, Infinix is making it a little bit harder to choose a phone in this price range with their new Infinix Note 12. It does share quite a few specs from their previous Note 11s, but with a few key upgrades to make this a better phone for gaming. But before we get on to that, here is a quick word from today's sponsor. With over 1 million downloads in Hong Kong, Taiwan, Macau, and Japan, this game is finally available here in the Philippines. E6 The Arc of Napishtim is a JRPG classic developed for mobile by Nihon Falcon. Mga 30 dekada na ang laro na to. And in true JRPG fashion, you'll be fully immersed in its majestic gameplay, beautiful art style, top-tier voice acting, and thrilling music. You can progress through the rich story mode, dungeon raids, and boss fights with over 5 unique classes and 9 different subclasses. Yes, you can approach this game with your very own unique playstyle at hindi ka talaga masasawa with the new character developments at skill combinations. Now, it's not all swords and magic here, as you can also get your very own super cute pet that you can give stylish makeovers to and enhance your combat with unique pet attributes. You can even indulge yourself in leisure activities such as farming, house furnishing, and even falling in love, tying the knot with your destined partner and receiving various couple gifts and benefits. Kung wala kayong jowa, try nyo talaga to. So if you want to check out E6, The Arc of Napishtim, make sure to check out the link we have down below. Now, on to the rest of the video. Thank you, E6. Now, for a phone starting at 8,999 pesos, this is what you're getting from the Infinix Note 12. Now, let's first start off with the build. Now, I've been testing out a lot of polycarbonate builds or plastic phones these past few months, and the Infinix Note 12 is definitely one of the sturdiest phones I've tried. Nadidismaya ako sa mga ibang plastic device kasi napakanipis ng back panel nila. Oo, usually maganda yung design pero may flexing dahil siguro sa nipis nga ng plastic. Now, we're not getting that with the Infinix Note 12, with a very rigid back panel that does feature a wavy texture design, so never ka talaga mag-aalala pagdating sa fingerprints or smudges on your back panel. It also features yung favorite kong design na boxy side rails na nakikita natin sa mga mas premium na device, even mid-range to even iPhones. So it's really nice to have this flat design. It's a lot easier to hold in the hand as well. Yung complaint ko lang sa phone na to has to be that flat fingerprint sensor / power button. It does sit flush with the side rail, so mahirap siyang kapain para hanapin yung button mismo unless tingnan mo siya. But keep in mind na kaliwete ako, so it might just be a problem for left-handed people. It's probably a lot easier to find with your thumb kung right-handed ka, privileged right-handed people. Ngayon tingnan mo yung left-hand side ng phone, we do find the micro SD slot as well as the SIM card slot. It's a hybrid SIM card tray, so you do get expandable storage via micro SD, which is a nice touch because we are getting pretty good storage on this device that we'll get onto a little bit later. Now, at the bottom, you can find the 3.5mm jack that they are thankfully retaining. I am praying that they bring back the audio jack to more premium devices. Now, this is also where you will find the Type-C charging port as well as half of these stereo speakers. Now, actually, nagulat nga ako sa speaker performance ng phone na to. Now, it does get really loud and at the max volume, it can get harsh and tinny on the high end, pero hindi pa rin nawawala ang low end. You can still really appreciate the lower frequencies when listening to music and especially gaming. And talking about gaming, napaka-useful ng speakers na to kasi most sound cues in a lot of games, if not most, are on the higher end. So, hindi mo talaga sila mamimiss with these stereo speakers. And of course, kung gusto nyo ng mas immersive experience, you can always use the 3.5mm jack for your favorite wired headset and Bluetooth for your favorite set of wireless headphones. Now, let's talk about the display. The previous Infinix Note 11s came at a huge 6.95-inch 120Hz IPS LCD display. Definitely bigger, but in this case, size doesn't really matter unless gusto mo talaga ng phablet. But with the Note 12, we are getting a more manageable 6.7-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display although at 60 Hz refresh rates. And when you are gaming at 60 frames per second or watching your favorite shows on Netflix or YouTube at 30 FPS, hindi mo naman talaga mamimiss ang 120 Hz refresh rate ng previous Note 11s. In fact, mas ma-appreciate mo nga ang richer colors and deeper shadows on an AMOLED display like the Note 12. That does make your watching and gaming experience much better. Now, I am really missing the camera cutout display, but I would gladly take this notch with a more efficient AMOLED display instead of a more power-hungry LCD any day. Now, when it comes to internals, the Infinix Note 12 does go a little step beyond its competitors. Una, pagdating sa processor, mayroon tayong MediaTek Helio G96 that is a very competent and more reliable chipset than its competition, the Snapdragon 680, especially when it comes to gaming. Now, when it comes to memory, Infinix really isn't skimping out with the Note 12 kasi kahit under 10K ang phone na to, it does come in two different variants, 128 gigs of ROM or 256 gigs of ROM only, and both of these variants come with 8 gigabytes of RAM to boot. And the Note 12 is running on Android 12 with the latest version of XOS, giving us features like MEM Fusion, adding up to 5 gigabytes for a total of 13 gigs of RAM on the Note 12. Battery is no joke either, with a pretty decently sized 5000 mAh cell and quick charging of 33 watts. You can get your winner chicken dinner and take a quick break, charge your phone, and then you'll have an entire day's worth of battery once again, even though you were grinding PUBG. Now, we've pretty much gone through all the pretty awesome features that makes the Note 12 a great gaming device. Now on to the cameras, which I wouldn't really call the strong suit of the Infinix Note 12, but when it gets down to it, it does do a pretty dang good job. Coming in with a 50 megapixel main sensor, a 2 megapixel depth, and an AI camera, we really wish that we got a more versatile camera setup here, at least an ultra-wide sensor, but like I said, it does do the job pretty well, especially under great lighting conditions. Now, color can be improved to be more accurate in future software updates, but the detail and saturation still makes for a serviceable shot. Now, when it comes to video, the Note 12 is also capable of shooting in 2K resolution, so clarity and detail is no problem. Just make sure to use a tripod kasi kung may EIS man lang ang phone na to, hindi masyadong malakas ang EIS. But that 2K resolution does give you a lot more versatility in terms of detail and sharpness. So it is really nice to have a 1440p recorder in your pocket under 10,000 pesos. Now, the Infinix Note 12 is a solid pick for a gaming phone under 10,000 pesos. The processor that we're getting here, the Helio G96, is noticeably better than its competition, the Snapdragon 680. And even though when it comes to the screen, we are getting a 60 Hz refresh rate, the AMOLED tech on the Note 12 does make it an objectively better viewing experience compared to its IPS LCD alternatives. So kung matagal na kayo naghahanap ng gaming phone under 10,000 pesos, now is the perfect time to check out the Infinix official store on Shopee. Because tonight, yes, tonight, June 13, 12 midnight to 9 a.m., they are going to have a flash sale with these discounted prices, and you do also get the very special limited edition PUBG package as well as a case and screen protector for the Note 12. Again, only available from June 13, 12 midnight to 9 a.m. So that was a pretty quick look at the new Note offering from Infinix, the Note 12. Ano tingin nyo sa phone na to? Sulit ba ang gaming phone na to? Now, in my opinion, I really think this has a good chance in this price range. Once again, my name is Anton and I will see you guys next time.